Gilbert. Okay, let's do that reaming thing. Can I do a video on CK3 mods? I absolutely can. I've just started to get into them. Okay. Narrowly, that's awesome to hear. I'm glad you're enjoying the videos, and I hope you have fun with your Wales campaign. We're gonna have some fun with some history time today. Gotta love homeschooling my kids. David Cameron, are you talking about me talking to you about history? All right, let's take a look at what we're gonna do here today. Boom. Oh. Boom. There we go. So we're gonna be talking about. We've got one more stream for this campaign, and we're going to finish off our last stream talking about the culmination and the end of the Reconquista. But today, rather than, I kind of wasn't sure what I wanted to do to discuss what I wanted to discuss, but I think a really fun one would be the Siege of Lisbon, because this is a pretty important siege, obviously, because this is what creates Lisbon. This is kind of the end of the unification or the creation of the state of Portugal. And we talked about this before and in pretty quick little detail here, right? But today we're going to go into more detail on the siege of Lisbon. We're going to talk about some of the events that led up to it and why it was so successful, as well as kind of talking about some other things relating to the kind of the interaction between the Christian and the Muslim world. So we talked about excuse me, Afonso Henriques, who is the person who basically creates Portugal, right? Who is the first king of Portugal. And we talked about him taking over more and more territory. Well, it's not until 1144 AD that we start to get some interesting things happening in the Holy Land, in the Latin East, as it is called, and far off into the Crusader kingdoms. This is some 45, 46 some odd years after the First Crusade. We've got I think it's the Principality of Odessa and the Princedom of Antioch. Well, Odessa, Antioch, Jerusalem. We have all of the Crusader states created in the Holy Land. Well, in 1040 or in 1144, Odessa falls. And because of this, it starts to drum up some zeal in the Christian lands. And Pope Eugenius III decides to create a second crusade to take Odessa back from the Muslims. And he galvanizes all of Christendom, saying, hey, listen, it's time to go back and take what was just taken from us. Time to, you know, Deus Vult, unite the banners. Let's get going here. Now, it's important to note that there have been multiple bulls by the Pope declared since then. Little kind of, they're more one-off campaigns and little tiny situations to go take over portions of Muslim-occupied territory, especially into España. And we've talked about this too, or Hispania. We've talked about this too, right? Where we talked about, where's my mouse? Where's the cursor? Okay. We talked about this with Aragon, how Barbastro was actually one of the first real Pope-sanctioned military actions that said, hey, go do this and you'll get recompense by the church. So we get this thing that's going to start becoming a big portion of the Reconquista's narrative. And we talked about this too with Almeria, and how Almeria was captured by a coalition of not just simply Spanish knights, but also by Genoese soldiers. So this is something that is going to become a huge portion of Portugal's history too, because in 1147 we get the start of the Second Crusade, and people are ranging from far and wide to go travel to the Holy Land. But the Pope also says, I'm starting another crusade as well for the Reconquista, for the Muslim-occupied territory of Al-Andalus, which at this point this is actually a really, I just found this map, and it's such a good map, because it shows you every single land and the kind of encroachment of the Christian kingdoms further and further south as the years go on. You can see it all color-coded here, which is really, really, really cool. So if we take a look at this at 1148, we get what eventually becomes what we talked about last time with Aragon, and how Aragon kind of creates the far eastern portion of Hispania with Portugal on the left and Castile Leon in the center. But 1147, again, trying to get back on track here, the secondary crusade is kind of called to, hey, if whoever's close to Hispania, go and help out in the Reconquista. And all of the Spanish knights that occupied Hispania had been told, even during the first crusade by the Pope, yeah, there's a crusade, and you should go take back stuff from the you should go take the Holy Land, but you guys should stay here. You of the Spanish Knights should stay here, and you're already fighting the good fight. You're already fighting in the name of Christendom. You're good. Don't worry about it. So even as far back as the First Crusade in 1096, we get the presence of the Pope kind of sanctifying the war in the Iberian Peninsula. But 1147, we get a coalition that leaves that's the second time I said the word coalition today. But we get a group of armed forces that leave out of England, and this is led by Henry Cavill. No, it's not. It's Hervé de Glanville, with a basically a combined force of French, Flanders, Frisian, English, Scottish, and German soldiers, all leaving out from England. It's around like 160, 200 some odd boats coming down over into Porto. And it's something, I think it's along the lines of 13 to 15,000 total soldiers. And they land in Porto, which you could look at as Portugal over here, I believe. I'm not being stupid. Let's look at the game. Oh, what's going on? Come on. Snap 2, game. Oh, man. There we go. Yeah. To Porto, right there. So they land in Porto, and in my initial description of it, I kind of just said, hey, Afonso convinces them. Well, it's actually the bishop, Pedro, who convinces the Crusaders, hey, why don't you talk to Afonso? Now, Afonso had just gotten off of a conquest here in Santarém. Go down, because this is important now. In Santarém. And this was, it says 1146 on this map, but I believe that it was March of 1147. But maybe I could be wrong. It could be March of 1146. But seriously, either way, the Crusaders land in Porto in July, or kind of like, I'm sorry, my dates just got all wrong. They land in March 1147. Santarém was taken in 1146. And this is important because Santarém basically cut off the river crossing at this point and made it so that Lisbon was now on its own, away from the rest of the Taifa states across all of Al-Andalus. So it was surrounded by nothing but Christian territory at that point. Lisbon was backed up against a wall of water. So it couldn't do anything outside of pretty much use its high ground and its natural walls to protect itself from the rampaging Christians. Now, when we think of stuff like Muslim soldiers, we think of Moors, or we think of Berbers. And in particular, when we're talking about Hispania, that's actually correct. The Moors were the Muslims that took over portions of Spain and Sicily, and portions of Italy that we talk about a lot. To use the term Moor in relation to any Muslim soldier that would occupy, say, the Holy Land isn't necessarily correct. Same thing with the term Berbers. Berbers were a dynasty that typically comprised of Africa, North Africa, Western, Egypt, and the portions over the Nile into what is now modern-day Saudi Arabia. But it's not as simple, right? You don't just say, oh, it's a Muslim soldier, it must be a Moor, or it must be a Berber. It's the same thing with how during the Crusades, they were all called Saracens when they weren't all Saracens. So there's a kind of a generalization that is used by Christendom, and even by a lot of Christian scholars or Western European scholars in reference to Muslim soldiers, which is very interesting to me because at the same time, this is done back by the Muslims, especially in the era. Evolution Mamluks and Ghulman were typically slave soldiers in the eastern portions of the Muslim empires. But this is done back by Muslims. Muslims, especially the Muslims of the Iberian Peninsula, called Christians Franks a lot of the time. And it's because of their interaction with the Franks during their conquest of Al-Andalus. So it's a very interesting kind of dichotomy between the words that we look at today where, it's a Saracen. Well, it's not all Saracen. Well, they're Franks. Well, they're not all Franks. So when you look at these two words, you kind of think of these situations that it's pretty interesting how it kind of, that door swings both ways. Okay, I'll give you that revelation. They did have cool armor. So, 1147, convinced by the bishop at the time, Bishop Pedro, to talk to King Alfonso. Alfonso says, hey, listen, come with me and help me siege Lisbon, and I'll give you all of the booty of the land. I need this. This will pretty much help secure Portugal. And they go, oh, okay, sure. You're giving us money. You're giving us booty. Let's do it. So they arrive in Lisbon in July of 1147, and they started the siege of Lisbon. So you have to consider this too. You have got soldiers from a lot of different ethnic backgrounds at this point. You have got Portuguese soldiers, but you have also got Frisian, you've got French, you've got English, you've got German, Scottish, so on and so forth. So it did create a little bit of dissent when it came to the actual siege itself. And in this, they all had different ways of approaching this siege. Some people wanted to set up mangonels, and mangonels were set up, and they shot something like 5,000 boulders over the wall, as written by an eyewitness account, smashing into the Moorish defenders. Some wanted to create siege towers. As siege towers were thusly created, some were destroyed. There's also, when I say French, by the way, I'm saying Normans. There were Normans that were involved in this campaign to take Lisbon. And this is what I mean when I say so much about how Normans play a extremely heavy hand in the entire growth of medieval Europe. I'm reading another comment real quick, sorry guys. The Arabs also named an area Andalusia after the Vandals, even though it was not actually Vandals who lived there, but Visigoths. But they found Visigoths similar to Vandals, who they met earlier. 100%. B. Vargas is kind of affirming what I was talking about with the generic names that each other gave each other. So you've got siege towers, you've got these mangonels firing over. You also have mines being built under the walls by mainly the Frisian and German soldiers. Remember what we talked about with the with castles, right? Castles and large-scale sieges were not meant to necessarily fight back and beat the foe. They were meant to stall the foe so that you could bring reinforcements to the location, the city, the castle, whatever it was. And that's exactly what happened. The Moors were extremely vehement defenders of the walls, and they weren't giving up an inch of ground. There wasn't a series of breaches and stuff like that where they really just poured through and it was a great Christian victory. Nay. In fact, the walls held firm for a considerable amount of weeks. It's 6 weeks or so, and no one budges. In fact, a lot of the citizens inside started to get plague, started to starve, and you have to consider too that this is a city, so cities don't always have graveyards. Excuse me, sorry, hold on. Don't always have graveyards within the city walls. In fact, more often than not, they're outside of the city walls, so they can't bury their dead in accordance to normal hygienic fashion. So, the ruler of the city started to send out letters to the other Taifa states saying, hey, come for my aid, because if you don't, you're surely going to be next. And in fact, King Afonso Enriquez was an intelligent man. He didn't just simply haphazardly attack things. He was very smart about his approaches to warfare, and in doing so, he had allied with some of the other, not even just simply Taifa states, but some of the other actual I think it's Alcacer is one of the ones that he actually allied with, and some other, an Alcantara that he allied with so that they wouldn't come to Lisbon's aid. He pretty much said, like, hey, if I do these things, then they're not going to help out Lisbon, and Lisbon will be cut off. And remember, like I told you, Santarém was captured. The major river crossing past the Tagus River, was now cut off. So unless you had an army that was ready to breach that river crossing, then get to Lisbon, you were completely sequestered away from the rest of Al-Andalus. So this is another cool picture. That's actually not a correct picture. This is too late in the history of things. I wonder why this said 1394, and while it doesn't look like what I thought it would. So with this, it started to result in more soldiers starting to forage outside the lands looking for food, who were getting captured and killed, and this was kind of rally up the Christian soldiers. But the Christians started to kind of get a little wayward, right? Like, they're 6 weeks into this. There's no improvement on the siege itself. We're now getting further and further along. Some of the mine shafts had been caved in by the Moors. Things weren't going very well. So they started to kind of get a little pissed off. But eventually, the German and Frisians got a mine shaft deep underneath one of the walls and collapsed a breach in the walls. And it created a kind of interesting dynamic between the other European nations who said, okay, well, we'll help you breach it. And they said, no, this is our breach. You go make your own breach if you want to get into the city. And essentially the first breach in the walls of Lisbon was held by the Germans and the Frisians. And when they went to charge through the breach, which I said before, anytime you make a breach in a castle wall, you're not creating some grand entranceway for your future victory. You're creating a killing field. And you really only need to have a minimal amount of soldiers to hold that gap while the walls shoot down on you. And that's exactly what happened to the German and Frisian soldiers. As they went to push their way into this gap, they were just simply filled with arrows and turned into, I think it's hedgehogs or porcupines, as the eyewitness account states. And it took a considerable amount of time for the Christian soldiers to eventually kind of say, all right, let's just all band together here. And the siege towers were able to reach the walls, because multiple siege towers were being destroyed. They were created by the Norman and the Norman and English portions of the army, of the Crusader armies. Sorry about that. But eventually, Lisbon is taken. Thought I had a big one coming. Lisbon is taken in 1147, in October 1st of 1147. So this is actually a pretty fortuitous month to talk about this. And in doing so, you have, like I said before, one of the last major Taifa states to fall. At 1147, you have Lisbon, you have Toledo, and you have Zaragoza, all that fall into Christian hands by the end of 1147, kind of marking this very stark contrast point across Al-Andalus of Christians having a lot more dominance in the lands here. You can see this kind of like, I guess, lighter green color that fills up this land. This is the land in 1147, where the only things that are really around at the time then are Andalusia, Granada, Murcia as the big remaining Taifa states. You know, the Sevilla with what's it called, Cordoba and Granada. But the result here is that Lisbon is then taken over, and it is added into the state of Portugal. The there's a bishop that is created there for, I think it's Gilbert of Hastings. I had to look, almost said Herbert of Hastings. It becomes the first bishop there. And there is supposed to be some sort of like mythology behind that guy, and I could not find it. In fact, there's a gentleman who made a comment, Hastings Vikings, who said, hey, can you cover Gilbert of Hastings and the Knights of Hastings? And I unfortunately couldn't find out much about them. But Gilbert of Hastings becomes the first bishop of Lisbon, and Lisbon is then added into the state of Portugal. But it's pretty important here to kind of get, like I said, an understanding of how now in the Reconquista we're starting to get different nations of Christendom lending their hand into this kind of grand holy war that's about to go on for another 380 some odd years. And speaking of that word 380, the bishop that follows Enrique into Enrique? That's his name. Afonso into Lisbon, writes a letter to them writes a letter to the Moors in Lisbon saying, "Hey, give up the city of Lisbon. You've held it for 380 some odd years of Moorish occupation. This is our land. Leave it." And they say, no, we're fine here. And it results in the Grand Siege of Lisbon. But it's not for another 300 or so years, though, that until we really start to get Al-Andalus pushed out. And now we're leaving the Almoravid portion of our history. And we're going to talk about a different occupation of a different type of Moor in Andalusia or Al-Andalus. And finish off our conversation next stream about the Reconquista. No one thought Gilbert sounded goofy? Yeah, here's a local picture of the Siege of Lisbon. This is a sick-ass picture. But let's get playing some game. Alright, so let's take a look at where we were at. Will Rob D, thank you very much. That's very kind of you. What's up, Martin? How you doing, big sexy? All right. So how many people we got watching here today? We got 120 bros with only 33 likes. Did you not like the history lesson today? Is that why you don't like me enough to want to like the stream? Let's see what's going on. We do have a little bit of an uprising that Duke Edouard is trying to deal with, that he better deal with is probably the better thing to say. I can't even join his war, which is weird. Yeah, Alfred Buchanan is not fighting a peasant faction. But we have still a pretty major uprising we're dealing with. We were able to get 2 people off of it. But we're still right on the cusp. And some people like us... El Cid, no! You were my chosen one! Me too, Evolution. Me too, bro. But this is still too weak to send an ultimatum. We've knocked it down in its popularity a little bit. We're still trying to get this dude to like me a little bit more. I think we're swaying him right now. Yeah, we have a sway order on him. That'll be another 3 months, and that'll hopefully kick through. If this guy were to suddenly die, though... Damn it. If this guy were to suddenly die, I would inherit this duchy, which is kind of nice. We're first line to inherit the kingdom of all... So what if I were to just kill my wife, too, while I'm at it? We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. County of Berge. Where's this? Lower Lorraine. Interesting. Okay. We can declare some wars. Excuse me, sorry. This guy, this is what pisses me off. Is there a tooltip that shows you why they're losing discontent? No. I think it's because my long reign is starting to end, Kevin. They're losing. See, I'm kind of pissed, man. I don't know how to change this guy's... Oh, I guess I have to... So let's go to yours. This son of a bitch. So he upped his feudal contract with me. No, this is Rodrigo. William Etzler, I'm not sure. Oh, and by the way, William, welcome to the channel, man. I think the one we're thinking of is the guy who creates Kiev. What's his name? The Wanderer or the Stranger, who is related to Ragnar and Bjorn Ironside. No, not Rurik. Not Rurik. No, Rurik is not the Stranger. So this guy put himself on the council and it, like, guaranteed him a position on the council, but I'm not seeing that. I'm blocking from moving from the council until 1126. He established Kievan Rus, yes. I'm talking about Kiev, the city. How do I kind of counterman that? Is there a way to counterman that? Okay, so let's kind of see what we got to do here, because that was the issue. This guy was on council, and now he can't be anymore because this piece of shit. I'm so angry at that. Alright, well, let's just kind of let this go for a little bit longer. Let it kind of do its thing. I think it still can... We got... Ah. Now we have this lovely... Count Antonio, you bastard. Excellent. Excellent skill. He's a piece of shit. I also don't like this guy. I want to get rid of this guy's titles. Ooh, that's just his Ali now. That's just kind of imposing. We gotta just wait a little bit longer for this. To continue going down. We could knock out this last portion here. Give it to the Duke of Aragon. Yeah, the Almoravids have been gone now for some time, Evolution. Still gotta grab this. That's not gonna... Huh. I'll show you guys at the end of the stream. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'm just waiting for this to kind of chip down a little bit more. I want the discontent to kind of leave a little bit before I launch another war. And this is about to kind of kick off too, so we'll fast forward that a little bit. Yes, down up to 25. But I think he actually might be hooked into staying on this. Because if we get him out, that's going to drop this substantially. What the fuck? Oh, broken cross. The warriors of St. George found only death and humiliation at the gates of Jerusalem. The Crusades, so eagerly called and supported by Pope Victor, ended in a disastrous defeat that has only hurt the cause of the faithful. This will surely embolden the more blasphemers and infidels to further stray from Catholicism. So you gain nothing. Like, I'll take it. Yeah, it's the decision to unite the crowns does it. Who is this guy? Can you go deal with this army, dude? This is just losing more and more. I'm liking that. Uh-oh. I think maybe we kind of deal with this too. I think we're okay to do this real quick. No, I'm not going to do that guy's titles. Do this holy war on it and just take it out like this, and that should wipe it clean, and we'll have united all of like the major regions up here. Then we'll take over the Amorids and then try to start the Almoravid war, I suppose. That's our next big target, and it's huge. Maybe I just wait a little bit longer on this, because this is getting a lot of discontent. Thank you, the stranger. Jarl Dyer, the stranger of... I don't know how to pronounce that word. He's a child of Ivar the Boneless, and is the only playable character that starts with a genius trait. Thank you, Red Rab, that is it. He's of Ivar the Boneless? I thought it was of... I thought he was the child of Bjorn. Bjorn Irons. Kind of waiting a little bit longer here. This is getting more and more discontent. I'm loving it. I should be okay to do. Like I'm kind of afraid to do the to do this war because I don't want this to like piss off the vassals more. So we're just kind of holding off a little bit here. And create some titles. I don't really know if I should create any other king titles. I think I'm pretty good here. I can move my capital to Cordoba, which is nice. Populous factions, fine, I suppose. Hey, she might accept it. I mean, I could try and convert her. I don't know. On decline. Not convert. It doesn't say that. What's this? What's this? Oh, you're about to lose that guy. Kevin Baylor, I can't. I don't have the innovation. More than anything, my quest to be a learned man is teaching me how much I do not yet know. What more, there must be so much knowledge that has been lost to the ages. Books fall apart, our languages are forgotten. Perhaps I can contribute by making a new translation of one of the classics. This sounds too hard. I don't like this. Alchemy, the Lanterns of Wisdom. Mystic knowledge of the Corpus Hermeticus. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Should be. Let me see too. Let me see what we can do about this bad boy. Whoa, 630 to go to Jerusalem? It must be relative to your actual, it must be relative to your actual, we'll go to the Vatican. It must be relative to your actual income. I know that I will travel safely under the protection of God. Under the part. You're not doing too well in this little fight here, are you, buddy? Well, I will offer to join you. This will indebt him to me, which is nice. Or... So here's the question. If he loses this war, and he's deposed, do I take the land? Or do they put their own ruler in there? Which I don't want. What? Why stress? Oh, that's right, because I'm craving. Good call on that jellyfish. That fucking eye, bro. They put their own ruler, I think, huh? Force demands all rebellious counties lose 75 control. Every county in the faction can increase autonomy. So this will not change the ruler. Okay. Well, then I'm not going to waste the stress to deal with that. I want this to be taken over. So I made this guy the Duke, hoping he would take over this. That was kind of like the point of that. Do I really need to help my vassal win that? Ah. Worldly pilgrimage, plus 2 to diplomacy, dedicated pilgrimage, monthly piety. This is all for the sake of appearance. Theatrical pilgrimage. No, we shall go with this one. A worldly pilgrimage. Out here late at night, I sometimes look at the stars and wonder, can God even see me this far from home? What am I doing all this for? With Castilian settlement and the installation of new administrators and the people of... This is pronounced Jean, I think it is. Have fully embraced Castilian traditions. Nice. These guys are now Castilian. You are... In a sec. Make it good as it could be. You liked it whenever you thought it was your own work. One of my scribes has been making edits in my translation. Whoa. You'll never copy text for anyone again. I'll make you pay. The scribes better take a lesson from this. Listen, terrified courtiers. No. This is pretty good, actually. Put it faster. You know what? I'm a man. Let's take a look here, you know, right? This guy is humble. He's just. He's a bit of a coward, though. So I think that he would obviously give credit to a scribe that is working in the best interests. So I think that kind of fits his character. Your neighbor, one against Ismail, the son of... Where is this? Aha. Yeah, look at that grand emirate. Dude, that thing's huge! Zach, from what I've heard, that means that it's at a 50%. But after we do this, I finally hear, body and soul at the great church of Vaticano. As the bishop offers me blessings, I reflect on everything that has happened to me to bring me here at this moment in time. I am a pilgrim. I'm gonna just judo chop these bros. Should I not do this? I feel like this is a bad call. Look at this. I've got two... I've got light horsemen and caballeros. Why did I do that? I mean, I feel like this is worth it to destroy it and make my caballeros better and bigger. In fact, I should probably work on the size of some of my men-at-arms right now, since I've got an exorbitant amount of money. But my money was being saved up. Holy shit, this gained more. Why did this gain more? God damn it. I don't know why this keeps gaining fervor. We need to disband this immediately. I'm down with that. Armored footmen. We'll do that. I don't want to spend too much more. I want to kind of hold off here now. Why did this gain so much fervor? Oh, Eben Godwin has the claim. Is this the? Oh yeah. No, that wasn't. But David, that was for returns. Good to be home. Like, I don't know what the hell caused that to increase so much. Shit, man. She joined it. She joined it. She wasn't on here before. Yeah, she joined it for sure. We can't host a feast, unfortunately. Can soon. Who are you? Huh. Well. I guess I can't decline, because I know where you stand in this whole situation. Right here. It'd be my pleasure. Let's go to your death feast. Invite me to your red wedding, you bastard. Ah, yes, I'm welcome to your feast of doom. Oh, he's bisexual, huh? Not to my daughter, that's for sure. That's not a peasant revolt, that's the independence revolt. The feast is dwindling down, and I find myself deep in conversation with my imposing marshal, Count Hodor. He's not even imposing. I've got two more people that are more imposing. He inquires about my opinion on parties. Well, here's my opinion on parties. Don't join the party against me. Thank you, Bad. Thank you. Let's reform your friendship. Ah, okay. All right, Count Rodrigo. Let us form a friendship together. Hopefully that puts you off. Yes! All right, maybe you're not so bad, even though you did force my hand. Okay, but we have to get rid of these big heavy hitters. There's the ones that are driving up this percentage of this thing so huge. Okay, so... I mean, I pissed El Cid off. I did this. This is my cross to bear. What the hell happened? Ah, delightful! My life has been reaffirmed! Aha! Nice. Okay, good. Let me pause this real quick. Let's see what we can do. Oh, what do we gotta do? Yeah, it's like declare war. Increase your stress. Kevin, I can very soon. Very soon. July. So in about what? 9 more months, we can host a feast, which should be, of course, before this, which is good. So we might be able to pull it off and be fine. He is increasing my vassal. She is increasing my vassal opinion. Yes. Contest. You better not be on this fucking. There. Shouldn't be there. Here, have a gift. Have a gift to stop what you're doing. She's still there. Damn. So from what I understand, if they have a positive relation to me and they're on this list, then they've been hooked into it, right? Tom, I already did it, man. I'm sorry. I just thought I could get a quick little, like, bump up and be good. All my vassals are against me. You're right, Guinness. David Schoborg says, just want to let you know I really enjoy your particular tutorials for CK3. I was never able to get into the last iteration, but this game is just so much fun. David, that makes 2 of us, my dude, and I'm glad you are enjoying it, my guy. Glad you're enjoying it. I'm having the notes from my translation of the Lanterns of Wisdom read back to me when I snapped with this sudden understanding. Scribe, add the following commentary. I, King Fernando, believe that the Lanterns of Wisdom are one of the most pivotal things in our time. Not only are lanterns important, but you can throw them at bears, and when a bear is lit on fire, it is way less likely to attack you. Oh, Tom, that was so fun, dude. No, okay, so let's take a look at this character, right? He's a genius. God damn, is he not a genius? How awesome is that? He's athletic. He's a pilgrim. And he's humble, and he's just. Evolution says, I'm really trying to figure out your strat. My strat has been pool my money, wait for them to pop the revolt, and then use my massive mercenary force to just crush them. Now, this would go down a path of zealousness for sure. A lifestyle perk. Okay, so let's go with open-minded. Or no. Yeah, we want a different culture opinion. Prophet, monthly piety, Christian state, realm priest opinion plus 50. Realm priest likes me, right? Barely, because he's an asshole. The slaughter, Jesus. Open-minded, scientific. I do want that. Yeah, I was just, actually, Tom, that was just what I was thinking. Different culture opinion. Let's go with this. Huh. You deleted men-at-arms. That changes power? Well, by that virtue, shouldn't adding more increase my power? Uh-oh, what's going on here? What a feast! I remember the days spent in Count Rodrigo's hall for a long time to come. Now it is time to wash off the traces of merriment. Ew. Hey, what is up? Shiwan. Shijin. Lose that stress. Okay, let's actually do that too. I forgot to do error. Oh, okay, Josh, thank you. That's a huge tip. So Josh said if you raise your army with only men-at-arms, it'll be most likely better quality than the enemy armies. Therefore, you can beat them on most fronts with your personal army. Just pause the game and cancel muster. Good call, Red. We're not on that lifestyle yet. We're here because we're trying to deal with a lot of our issues with conflicting cultures. Because we do want to swap our capital to Cordoba. So create a ducal title and give it to the people that suck, huh? Well, who sucks right now? This guy's a duke. This is a duke. This is a duke. This is a count. And who is your liege? It is me? Shouldn't be. What's your title? Abria? Well. Oh, is this guy? I don't like those traits. I don't like these anymore. She's humble, at least. I could make her... I mean, she's my chancellor, too. I could make her a duke. Unfortunately, Josh, I don't have any... I can't do crossbowmen. I know crossbowmen yet. I'd have to finish that innovation. Ooh, I almost have battlements done with. How sick is that? 9 months and I can finally start to increase some things. Yeah, I don't necessarily want to give... This is kind of what got me in this situation to begin with, was giving away these duchy titles. So, I don't want to weaken my power base right now. 1, 2... So I hold these two. Are they in the game? Let's take a look. Advanced bowmaking. And recruit crossbow men-at-arms. There you go, Evolution. I guess we'll just kind of let this keep going. Alright, alright. Discontent went down. This dropped to 78%. Oh, fuck. I just... Pause. Nicor has approached me, claiming she has discovered someone in my close family has been having an extramarital affair. She has offered to provide me with everything she knows, including names and evidence, in exchange for a lump sum of gold. 300? I don't think it's worth giving her 300 gold for. I have to hold this money, pretty much, for the, Is she on this list? No, she's not. Am I gonna put her on this list? This is an important question by pressing this decline button. Bitch. Yeah, I say turn it down. We'll save that money. Let's sway her, by the way. Okay, we just finished him. Yeah, so this guy's got to be hooked in. He's got a plus 68 opinion of me. What's in the mail, Sean? My roommate's got his GTX 1080 coming in. Education at an end. My ward, Duke Egas, has come of age, and it is time he left my care. For the longest time, I was hoping that good tutelage would be enough for him. Uh-oh, all efforts come to naught, however. Few at any court, so he became an adequate bargainer. Oh, that's not bad. I don't think that's bad at all. Until we meet again, my little bro. Don't join that faction! Did he just join the faction? Because he's huge. Like, look at that, 1266. He's a big boy. Yeah, I'm the dynasty head, so I definitely have a thing on him. This is gonna take 10 months. Duke me. Ooh, got him. I would love to put you on here in some capacity, Duke Fernando, but Duke Rodrigo's a penis head. Yo, what up, Spike? This is dropping fast, though. Discontent. -6 again. So we'll just kind of hold out here, I think. Oh, why did it go up? Why did it go up? It keeps flopping back and forth for no reason. Oh. Well, Guinness, it's because you can, if I hover over here, he wants a seat on the council. Absolute crown authority. That's a -70 already right out the gate. But I still have that short reign kind of anchoring me down. Makes it a -81. Ooh, this dropped a lot more. So this guy left. Big Daddy left. And he now likes me enough that he left. That's huge. So that just kind of like kiboshed the whole thing, to be honest. A new translation again, huh? I must seclude myself from all the distractions. The book can wait a while. Changed. We'll improve slightly. Yeah, I think I'm in the clear now, too. This is starting to kind of come down as well. So, I don't know how to deal with this. So, we have these two, which is great. We still don't have these two. And I would like... I mean, they'll become my direct vassals, but ideally, I would like... Because we're moving our capital to Cordoba, right? We agree that's what we want to do? Currently, I've got this as my main capital for everything, right? And I also own Santiago, which I could construct the Grand Cathedral here, which is pretty cool. Ugh. We're 3 years away from converting this county, too, which is nice. Why do I have you increasing stuff there? Drop those schemes, lady. If you ever do the architecture for stewardship, the Grand Cathedral will cost about 700 to 750. That's good to know, Connor. Thank you. We already did in Cordoba. Cordoba is now Castilian, which is nice. That increased our innovation percentages. Oh, shit. Oh. Oh, what's going on? I am walking the gardens with some of the lords at the court when I notice my guest, Agnes, approaching. I step aside to let her pass, but to my great surprise, she blocks my path and kneels before me. Before I have time to properly process this turn of events, Agnes begins to sing. To my great dismay, the woman before me cannot carry a tune to save her life. It takes a while before I am able to identify the song. It's a famous Castilian love ballad. She has altered the lyrics to include my name and mentions of my physical appearance, ruining the rhythm even further. You flatter me, my lady. She will attempt to win my heart. Abandon this foolish endeavor immediately. Yeah. For sure. Banish you back to the Shadow Realm, Agnes de Vasse. To the nursing home with ye. My translations of the Lanterns of Wisdom finally stands complete. My words rest on beautifully illuminated pages, all protected by a lavish cover, as befits the work's importance. The tome has taken pride of place in my library, and every priest who reads it is mightily impressed by my efforts. Some are already speaking of making copies of their own. We get accomplished translator, which gives me clergy opinion and everything. Nice, I love it. You get a new lifestyle book. Boom. I want this. This should help out with my some of my last issues here. 8th creation reformation. Yeah. That'll help out with this, hopefully. Social awkwardness ensues. April, May. Ultra's fat. Aha. So let's finish off bailiffs, maybe. Domain limit +1. That's not terrible. That is not terrible. I feel like though I should start getting into the high medieval stuff. I haven't touched any of this. Mainly divine right. Or maybe even this. I think heraldry is important. It would take 18 years to do. What's the worth of designated heir? What do you mean, Sean? My designated heir? My little bruh? But I had a son. I guess I don't have a son. This is my current heir. I thought I paused. Guess not. Keeping all these guys, all these claims. True, Red Rav. True. Perfect. Host a feast. Be done with these issues. You know what I kind of want to do, though? So, the important thing about this feast is that it's going to help out with this, right? But I also want to declare war on this and get it knocked out. I invite you to feast in... Who are you? Who? Who is this person? Are you on the list? You on the list of people that doesn't like me? You're not. It'll be my pleasure. Let's do the thing, buddy. So I think what I'll do is I'll declare war here first for this county, and then we will do the feast because I don't want to waste. Oh, interesting. This isn't going to give me any. Why isn't this going to give me any stress? That's pretty cool. Because my mentality was, why don't I do this war, and the stress I get because I'm craven will go away. I mean, that's weird. So I guess I'm okay to just do this war then. Because I just didn't want to waste any of the stress reducing portions of the feast. Because the feast is going to I'm already doing a feast, that's right. Well, let's just do this anyway. Increase that a little bit. Oh no! Do no more than what is necessary. Do no more than what is necessary, please. You seem to be under the weather, my lord. I know a fair number of suitable remedies. Okay. Bottom of the tankard. Out of the din of the hall, Cambridger must have enchanted ears. My gracious host waves for a servant. More wine here. None will go thirsty. I don't want the trait drunkard. Yeah, man, I've had enough, dude. Stop trying to fucking kill me. A little brighter. Okay, so I'm alright. We got out of that quickly. Your dynasty heir is determined for this? Oh, fucking this. Your head? I mean, this is the... Your head heir is this. It's supposed to be your heir, pretty much, from what I understand. Unless, I think I can't remember. Let me see. I mean, it should be based off of what your heir is. So let's do this. It is realm size. Or I think it's titles, I think it's the total amount of titles. I remember finding out what it was, and now I can't remember what it was that I found out. Good on me. Hey, who wants to watch a video on how to play the game by me? Are you going up in your little hidey hole up there, dude? $8,000 dude. I'm gonna go crazy here. After extensive conversations over our delectable dishes, Count Rodrigo expresses that he finds me most learned and wise, and my utterances are always of an estimable worth to those less well read than I. Ah, yes. Yeah, don't mind me just being sick at your party. What did you join? You joined nothing, bro. Thank you very much, Crochet Cooking, or Cooking. I appreciate that. Just swinging in, dropping me a like, and heading out. Always helps, my dude. Let's host this feast. And this should tip everyone who's low is just enough, in opinion, to kind of be all the way over with me. Yeah, Red Slav, I do that. I saw how I wanted to get like an overwhelming force. Mutual spirits. What a good evening. Ah, you've become a good duke. I wish you could be on the fucking council. All over my new shit. We We could all tell Duke Count Fernando had too much to drink, even though he insisted on showing us how sober he was. Simply rising from his seat proved too much for him, and now I'm covered in stinking vomit. Higher standards of courtesy. You gain 30 stress because you are humble, craven, and eager reveler. You gain 5 stress. Are you on the list? Let's see if you're on the list. You are! How's about? What a show you put on! You threw up all over me! Leave the list. Yeah, I had a plague party. No worries, Walmart. Thanks for joining in, though. Hey, this. Vega's 60th anniversary. Nevertheless, I'm hard to say. Nevertheless, okay, good. Grant. All right, now how is it? Who's still on the list? You've all just increased your opinion of me. This is growing in dissent. Okay. Oh, that was easy. So what kind of prisoners I got here, huh? 50! Like that. What about this dude? This the peasant dude? Yeah, that's the peasant guy. You are a bold fool. But he wouldn't be a terrible vassal. Because he's shy. He's also arrogant. Guess you don't care about your wife, huh? I do. Okay, cool. So war score's at 0%. So here's what I'm gonna do. Where's my dread at? Oof, like in that dread score. What? Well, let's get it a little bit higher. Okay, Sean eats his prisoners, so that's terrifying. I know we are just, but he's got to know. I will return your daughter to you, for I am a man. That is nice. But your wife, who you don't seem to care about, is dying. Increasing me up to 29 dread. Putting these guys a little bit more in order, it looks like. Because remember, this guy's pious. This is a holy war. He's over the top about it. So I don't think that's completely out of the question here. He's still just though, so he wouldn't. Oh, going for a little action over here. All right, we'll put this down. Okay, so let's do. Go ahead and enforce these demands. The false emperor. Oh, we need to get rid of that fast. So. Oh, no, I don't want to create a new vassal. This does empower this vassal. So what I should do actually is. So rather than granting this guy this title. What I'm going to do is put in a Muwalidism vassal, and then I'm going to grant the vassal, not the title, to the Duke of Aragon. No, I forgot to go over that in my thing. Bermuda's pretty good. He's shy and content. He's also Castilian, which will kind of help out with trying to convert the culture too for me. But he's Muwalidism, and he'll be able to convert him hopefully easy. These guys, though, are pretty, like, primed, and they like me. This might be pretty good. Well, that's okay, Luke. That's okay. Compassionate might be the way to go here. Because there's nothing like content or trusting. Just honest isn't a bad one. I like honest. Your court might convert with you, though. What do you mean? Are you Asus, are you talking to me? Tom, I could. I could. But I don't have any family that is not Catholic. Oh, okay. So ruler, not ruler. Let's come back to Muwalidism. Okay. Well, Chris. That's my kind of holy order. One sec, guys. Just checking something real quick. I have to check my email pretty often, because I signed up for the EVGA's 3080 notification system, and I only get a certain amount of time to process the purchase if I get it. So I've been like watching my email like a hawk. All right, I think this guy's actually not a bad person. We'll go with him, I think. He's older too. So it doesn't matter if it doesn't go back to me, but we'll give it to him, and then I will grant this to the Duke of Aragon. I will grant the vassal to the Duke of Aragon. I have not, Sean, but I'm going to. Better not join that fucking faction, man. I'll kick you right in the dick. I don't even care who you are. And we'll grant him a vassal. Grant this vassal, because he probably desires the county. There it is. And there we go. Remember when I forgot to demand his conversion first? Well, we'll do it after the fact and see how it goes. You should be Catholic. You're a tiny little boy. There's no one in that area yet. All of our counties are down here mainly. I have a lot of that going on. In fact, I think... Yes, fine. 225. Just make it happen. Okay, you are Catholic already. You are not Catholic. 6% chance? Whoa. Catholic, Catholic, Catholic. Not Catholic. We'll probably not have that happen. Yeah, okay. Catholic, 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 Catholic. I know he's Catholic because I put him in there. And I know he's Catholic. This one's not, though. Let me see about... He already has a guardian. off your guardianship. This is you! I mean... Oh man, I thought we could get the culture too. I could fabricate a hook on the little child. But I could become his ward, which isn't terrible. And that way I would, or you know, I could just simply do this. Offer a ward. No. Offer guardianship. And use... I mean, yeah, I could just simply choose someone else. I mean, my Patriarch's not a bad one. It'll increase my Patriarch's opinion of me, too. Yeah, Evolution, he's sick. I mean, we don't want this guy to become, like, a dolt. Luke Johnson, it's... I don't remember what comes with it. It's actually not too terrible. My court position, but Bossk, and I don't want this guy to be Bossk. I want him to be Castilian. My daughter being stewarded by... Educate the child. My wife is not splendid. It gives the first expansion, right? Correct. But it also gives some cosmetic stuff. I don't like that all my vassals are like stronger than me. So I'm gonna have to spend some. I think we're kind of. Oh, just ban that. Yeah, for sure. Just ban that. I think we're now in the clear with a lot of this stuff. If this pops up, it's fine. I can deal with that. I wonder who's doing this, because all these guys are pretty much now positive. I gotta get ready to move these capitals and everything. Like, I want to do that. I want to convert this kid, though. And I could just do it by doing a ward, offer a ward, guardianship, and I could do it. But if I have a son, I want to be the one that does my son. That sounds real bad. Yeah, exactly, Kevin. I need more land. I totally agree with you, Tom. Yeah, like, we need to construct buildings to get our levies up and everything. But we also need to move our capital. So you pay more with no idea what those expansions are, kind of. Luke, yeah, it's only the first one, but they released, like, a ton of DLC, man. A ton of DLC. I'm currently the Duke of Toledo. And I wanted to make this guy the Duke of Toledo instead. But I'm not super stoked on that situation right now. I could assassinate this kid. Because that was the plan, was this guy dies and I take over the land. Dude, this guy had so many kids. I could fabricate a claim here, and that would make taking this land, quote unquote, just. Oh, it's already Castilian here in this culture? Oh, dude, this just became so much easier. Courtier, done. Done. Convert the faith. Done. Fernando's contract. Yeah, I have a strong thing on him. He doth not like me. He's intimidated by me, but that's about it. How about you contribute more levies to me, you piece of crap? Good. I'm good, Hugh. How are you? Oh, Armando. Que guapo, papi. Ultimate generator? Yeah, absolutely. 100%. 100%, man. 17 years on that. This will go in. Okay, so I think we'll get scientific. And then I'd like to maybe move towards stewardship and go down architect a little bit and start building out our lands. I think we're clear to no longer worry about this. This is already losing a lot of fervor, and that's quite good. This is going to become an issue in 28 months, maybe. Interesting. They're upset over the conversion. I see. That is currently going on. Yeah, I'm not really too worried about it. I just think it's time to... What's up, lol, haha? What's up, man? I think it's time to start building some stuff out. We can make a duchy building here. So let's make a duchy building, and which one do we go with? I know leisure palaces was one that a lot of you guys are recommending. Get a lot of stress loss reduction, monthly prestige, and we get a lot of hostile scheme and personal scheme success chances increased. It also increases our control growth, which is nice. Let's see here. Royal reserves are cool because of both popular opinion, development growth, and taxes. Sean, I am standing. As you can see. As you can see. Mr. Worldwide. Alright, Red Rav, thanks for jumping in, man. Yeah, I know, long sleeves. What is it out? 66 degrees out today. That's what? 18 degrees? 66 F. C. 18 degrees. Dead on. 18.8. God, I'm so fucking smart. Said no one ever. We got 209 bros checking in here today. 82 likes. Let's pump those likes up. Asus has a good one, as a good suggestion there. going with the tax offices to increase our holding taxes. But honestly, we're not suffering in the tax department. We're kind of crushing it, to be totally honest. Regimental clearing gives us some levies. Mansions increases our taxes. We can make some more farmlands. We can make a barracks, which is nice. But I do think we do need to make walls and towers if this is going to be our capital. Armand, so I guess the appeal is that it's a massive medieval court simulator versus like Total War, which is like a warfare simulator. So there's a lot going for this game, to be totally honest. Like it's just kind of all over the place. But the appeal is that you constantly are managing these titles and you're setting up yourself and your sons, your succession. Like we've conquered Hispania now during the Reconquista of Spain, and we've pretty much completed the entire rule of the land, and it's been pretty fucking fun, to be honest. I'm loving it. So Joe, our current summary of what's gone so far. In the beginning of our campaign, we assassinated my brother to get the Kingdom of Galicia, and we subdued my brother in Leon to get the Kingdom of Leon, to then create... we also beat the Kingdom of Navarre. So creating all of these together under one crown, we created the Kingdom of Castille, as you can see right here. This includes all of these locations. And in doing so, though, we completed our conquest of most of Al-Andalus, which is Muslim-conquered Spain, and where we were able to create the title of the Empire of Hispania. So now we're just kind of stabilizing after my son has taken over, Emperor Fernando Sanchez, whose wife is the king of or queen of Lotharingia. So... Hey, you know what? Don't you worry about it, Armand. Let me know if you do, man. Because it's really fun. It's really, really fun. But now we're just trying to solidify our lands before taking out the last little vestiges here in Granada, which is, again, it's really cool because that is historically what happened. Yeah, guys, if you have not purchased, you can purchase through my my purchase link is in the description. It'll save you about... It's still 12% off, last I checked. So, that's surprising. But we still have to deal with this. This is losing a lot of fervor, so that'll deal with itself in time. I'm not even worried about it anymore. How much is this gift? I don't want to pay that. Alright, Hugh. Have a good one, man. Well, I'll give you the tip, Armand. Don't you worry about it, bro. But we have a lot of our direct lands, or these lands giving us lots of levies. This has given us a shit ton of levies, though. Lotharingia. Ah. So, I think we make the duchy building first because it'll take the longest. Blacksmiths are pretty appealing just because it makes these guys better, our heavy infantry. Military academies is nice, I always like, because it makes our knights better and our maintenance lower. Marches are okay. It does increase your supply limit, which is always really nice. My supply limit by 100% at the top end. That's pretty cool. Also makes our fort level really nice. Hostile raid time plus 40%. Garrison stats plus 100% at the top level. Levy reinforcement rate. Okay, so that's interesting. Siege works are cool. Royal Armories just increases your levy size by a considerable amount. Jousting Grounds is good just because we have Caballeros and because we have the heavy horsemen. But I think in the capital, I either want to go with tax offices, leisure palaces, or royal reserves. What do you guys think? Yeah, dude, Armand, I played with like Turn and everyone. If you go to my channel, you can find the multiplayer stream we did. It was me, Dov, Turin, Atra Havoc, and Heir of Carthage, and we did a multiplayer campaign. And we were just assassinating and killing each other. Plays. I have knights. I had a strong economy, but it was worth nothing. And protected. Really good point, Wolfes. We do now have the tech for duchy buildings. Duchy of Cordoba is not held by you? Oh, I need to create the ducal title of Cordoba. Blaze, what's up, dude? Blase. Good point. So Royal Reserve seems to be our big winner right now. Development growth and taxes, which is really nice. I agree with you, Kevin. So I think that what we do is Royal Reserves here. We're going to have to make the wall and towers, or the bastion and curtain walls. And then I think the last thing we make might just simply be barracks. And that'll increase our levies. Or military camps. Supply limit and control growth. This also benefits more units. 625 versus... This is 800? 825. So 200 less levies. Relegated strictly to that, and building construction time has 2%. So it would be between the barracks and the military camps. Levy size plus 15%. Holding taxes. Oh. Yeah, maybe the tax offices are good to just kind of... So the holding taxes plus 15%. And then adding into that this holding tax, so it's plus 35% holding taxes. That can get pretty out of control when it comes to taxes. But my taxes are so... Look at 34 right now is my income. Disgusting. Santiago, I think I want to keep as part of my holdings. But I don't know. We also have this location. And I'm sorry, guys. I got a little bit of a loss here again, as always. Oh, Mark Roberts, huge. I didn't even play Crusader Kings 2 much because I didn't like the game's UI or anything. It was so clunky. This is just way more streamlined, way better, in my opinion. So all on pause. Let's kind of keep going a little bit longer. We're going to play for one more episode. So 4 more hours, basically. Do you know how levies work for mayor contribution? So Kevin Beeler, take a look. So your mayor is a republic vassal, and republic vassals have a set amount of levies and taxes, right? So for Kentiana, this vassal's republic, she is giving me 25 levies because her contribution is 13%. I'm afraid to move the capital. I don't know what it does to my current situation in all this. Development 10, 10, 10, 10. God, this is going to help so much. Because I'm going to be going to, like, primarily a... Oh, Armand, I'm playing for sure, dude. Don't you worry about that. Castilian, Andalusian. Converted. Ah, my old self. Good to know. Back to... out of my robes and into the fun stuff. Okay, what is the cultures like around here? Not a lot of Andalusian just yet. Just convert. I know I can't make you, but... Still a lot of Galician. Still a lot of Asturianese. Which is Asturias and Leonese. Okay, so this perk is up. Scientific. For sure. That'll help out with this. 13 years. Yeah, I'm with you, Tom. If anything, moving the capital to a better county will help against factions. I'm wondering if I wait for the faith to finish converting in 22 months before we move, though. And if that's the case, I think it's worth it to start constructing this. Just to get it out of the way. Alcaros. Living grounds, hide tents. A lot of levy production here. You know, we could do that instead. Make Alarcos mainly based like... Oh, I guess I can't make a barracks there. %, Tom. Unfortunately, I've inherited a lot of vassals. If you want to spread your culture, you should always spread it in your vassal's capital, and then they tend to switch culture and start spreading it on their own. Good point, my bro. Yeah, we'll do pastoral lands here. That's just to increase a little bit more of my stuff in that action. So let's think about this real quick. We're paused and we can talk about this. So here's our duchies. I have the Duchy of Galicia and I have the capital of the Duchy of Galicia, right? I've got Santiago. I have the Duchy of Toledo. Hey, what's up, Cody? No, I'm probably going to hold off, man. I played it last night, and it's in good shape, the game itself. I just think that I personally want to wait so that I can enjoy it a little bit more, and I think everyone else wants me to play more Crusader Kings. I kind of want to, too. I was like, oh, man, I really don't want to jump off this just yet. Can you just convert cultures for me, please? So, I think that I gotta... So he's terrified. He'll never join a faction against me. El Cid is still alive. No, El Cid is just falling apart, though, man. Look at this. He's a pilgrim. He's gout-ridden, strategist, adulterer, scarred, disfigured, improvident. Like, he's just got so much shit going. What's up, Corny? So I think I should give the title of the Duchy of Toledo to this guy. I hold his duchy title. It'll give him a better opinion of me. He does have an heir, which is unfortunate. And that's kind of not what I had intended. Ooh, where's this guy the Duke of? Duke Gil Fernandez? What does it say? Duke? Whoa. Wow. I wonder how he still has these pressed claims, or unpressed claims. Will it make him a powerful vassal? So you're limited on the amount of powerful vassals you can have. Let's with my vassal. So I've already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the max I can have. You can, I think it would be best to have 1 duchy title and all counties in that. Another duchy title with as much as you can manage yourself in it. However you do that. So Kevin, that's what I was going to say. I think I should create. Let's go ahead and bring up the duchy map again. I should hand off. Yeah, he's not ambitious though. He's kind of a sniveling little shit. He's patient, content, and compassionate. I made him a vassal for this exact reason. And I can't have both, unfortunately, right now. If this guy dies, because all he has is daughters, it goes to me. And he's 55. So there's a chance that this happens. Mounted exercise, that's cool. But Castille, on the other hand, I own all the cities of still. So I will get bailiffs in 8 years. You'd give away Galicia, including Santiago, Tom? Blase, you could always increase those chances with a little murder. Now, we're not going to hold 3 duchies. That's not going to... I don't think it's worth it to kind of screw the pooch there. I just hope this guy doesn't join this faction. He's terrified of me. He won't. He's terrified of me. So if I grant him this title of this, 3 vassals will be transferred to him? Who's the 3rd? Where's the 3rd? No, it's not 3 if you're emperor. Well, we can check right now. See, because let's make these guys will all give me more money. Oh no, they won't. Because I'm the emperor above them. Yes, Cordoba has the Great Mosque, and Santiago has the Grand Cathedral. Yeah, duchies should always be 2, from what I understand. I thought it went up to 3 too, Chris, but it doesn't. Let's go ahead. Let's make the Duchy of Cordoba, because we know we want that, right? No matter what. And we'll kind of adjust this as we see fit. Duke of Navarre. Yeah, none of these guys are on the council. I mean, EGAT's actually pretty damn good, to be totally honest. In fact, I'm going to put him on the council. I wish I could put you here, man, but Count Rodrigo's a son of a bitch. For 20 more years. I don't know how to countermand that. Fernando's even he's actually just a really good character. Abdul's great. But EGAS is comparable to Countess Teresa, and he's going down the foreign affair thing. We'll make him the Chancellor. It's going to piss her off a little bit, and she's already on this. Oh no, she's not there anymore. He's content, which is lovely. Change this guy's... I could get more out of him. Yeah, most of my dukes aren't stoked with me. Which would be kind of nice because this guy will be a strong duke, and he should like me, and he's terrified of me too, so he won't join a faction, which is nice. Well, let's go with this. I don't know why I'm going to lose 3 vassals. Yeah, that makes sense. The Duchy of Toledo. Deselect. He will become the Duke. How many counties are in Galicia and Cordoba? You can get rid of Castille and take all... Well, Castille's got more. Castille's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Galicia got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 5, just 5. Never mind, I thought I had more. Duchy of Toledo. Okay. That went up, and he's still terrified of me, which is good. Not on the faction list. I don't like this guy. In fact... Damn it. Low levy obligation? What's that? Are you talking about... He won't see it coming. I get that, Thalamus, because he's blind. Are you talking about fortification rights? Oh, you're saying low levy contribution. Well, someone said, so it looks like Cordoba has 4. So if you kept all of Cordoba and Galicia, that's 9 counties. Good plan. AA. Well, 8 is my max. And I'm dealing with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where's my 8th? Oh, 8. Yeah, the Duke of Galicia would not like what that action is. Okay, so we now can make the Duchy of Cordoba. I mean, I could also make the Kingdom of Andalusia. Duchy of Cordoba. No, I don't want to make that my primary title. I want the Emperor to be my primary title. So, do we move the realm capital here now? Or do we wait for conversion to finish off? Your glory is widely known, because we are illustrious. Hey, what's up, Craig? How are you doing, dude? Oh, that's a fat little army. First army Granada. I have apostate after all. Different faith opinion plus 15. Faith conversion cost minus 75%. You want de jure drift into primary kingdom. What do you mean, Glenn? Okay. I mean, there's nothing over here that's of any substantial anything. Oh, we should make this now. Oh, what I can't... What? Already constructing the bounty. That's right. 3 years left on that. What do you mean some counties? What buildings would become inactive? Oh, it's saying any duchy buildings in there would become inactive. Bad potato, I wish you had said that earlier. Factions just dropped and discontent. Two kingdoms will stop de jure drift of southern counties into Castille. I learned a lot from it, and now how to deal with my vassals. Good, man. I'm glad I could help you out, my dude. Oh, hold on. Oh, Granada in the future. That's right. Bit. Like my dudes. Ooh. Give me just a sec, guys. I really gotta pee. What's my water situation? I'm also gonna get some more water, so I'll be right back in like 2 minutes real fast. A feast? Why not? I have not heard of any info about the upcoming DLC. In fact... Alright, I just sent something to Paradox to see if I can find out. Alright, so let me fill this up and I'll be right back. All right. Everything east of Rome is kind of bland. You can have the religious orders, but you can't play as them. So Vibhob Mahamuni said, in my game, one of my vassals is upset because I hold his de jure. I don't know why. So, if you hold... You can't see it anymore because I made this guy a duke. But if you hold the title that is de jure part of these guys' territories, they want that title for themselves. So this guy had a negative modifier attached to him because he was my cousin title claimant. What the fuck? Because he was a count here, and I had his duchy title without any lands in here. So he was like, yo, I don't like that. So, and he was a powerful dude. So you want to make sure you try and give, whoa, that's where the feast is. You want to make sure you try and give those titles out if it makes sense. Okay, so title is this. Who's in their claimant? Okay, so claimant. Sister. Your sister. Captain Sancho Sanchez. The Slaughterers. That's kind of crazy. Wonder how he became a mercenary captain. I'm really excited to see, hopefully, what we get with the next DLC. Okay, so unpause. Warm welcome. We have Cordoba. 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 What does it say? Already constructing. Powerful vassals. I wish I could to any of you. Blame, what the fuck? What a good evening. Gomez de Souza. Father of Duke, yes. What started as an ordinary feast became an exceptional one thanks to the presence of Gomez. We spoke all evening about all manners of subjects, and all those things would have it. We seem to have a lot in common. I had such a good time with him. Goody. Oh, the Amorites got a little hold on Sardinia down there, did they? Well, that's no matter. This is going to be interesting, though. Because basically, no matter what we do, fighting this land, we're going to be at a disadvantage. So, oh! El Cid! Mi amigo. I know, at the end, you were a thorn in my side. But you were always my favorite vassal. Don't think for a second you weren't. Because you were. You were. You already scarred, dude. He just died of old age. Oh, no! He died of gout! Adios, mi amigo. My god, the real hero of the campaign, to be honest, man. Our conquests were because of Rodrigo Diega's de Vivar. Hola, mija. Que bonita. F in chat. F in fucking chat for El Cid. Also, speaking of, still have 211 viewers right now, but only 99 likes. I need you bros to turn it blue. Let's see what you get. Let's see what you got. All right, so we need to conquer this location. This is going to be actually kind of a pain in the ass because, like I said, I mean, they don't have a substantial amount of military force, but the point is that whenever I'm going to have to land over here and I'm going to have disembarkation penalties. So it'll be kind of interesting to see how this goes. Who is his partner? 45? I'm not worried about you at all. Thank you, Craig. Appreciate that, man. This is your first time jumping in here, too, isn't it? This guy's not a bad... I take everything back. Pensive. Oh, second. Okay. Now we gotta take the duchy. I just don't want to... He becomes my vassal. And he's actually, to be totally honest, he's not a terrible vassal. I'm not really a huge fan of arrogant. Opinion of humble characters, which I am, is minus 15. Okay, yeah, we don't want him. How are my knights? My knights are still pretty good. Home domain. Open-minded. Catholicism. My knights are okay. Hey! Gomez Granada? We're coming to the court, my dude. You're coming to the court, guy. Oh god, he's rakish. Comgal spends so much time in the brothel that has become his second home. Ho ho ho. You will stay as a knight, you asshole. So will you, because if you die, good for me. Count Mon of Medellin. I'll recruit you too. 180? Does he have some sort of claims? Oh, I don't want these claims. I'm not paying 180 for your claims. Oh, you know, it doesn't matter. Because even if he dies, his daughter takes over as that position, right? Oh, but she's ill. Oh, damn it. Her health is still good. Bastard. I don't know how to absolve him of his little, like, his little hook over me. And this situation. Because he's locked into this position for the next 20 years. And I don't know how to get rid of that. Like when they use a hook to guarantee themselves title. I don't know how I can basically counteract that. So I guess actually having him in the army is not a good idea. No, it's congenital. The feudal contract passes down. They're hereditary. Has a kingdom claim. Got the Kingdom of England claim. What if I went and got the Kingdom of England from Normandy? Normandy. Yeah, he changed. Well, I checked his feudal contract, and it's not on his feudal contract. Roger de Montgomery. You counter the hook with murder interaction. Murder. Bavaria. I don't want to pay these exorbitant fees for this guy. Like, cool, you've got this bullshit claim that I don't really want. Miracle Worker? A Zealous Maniac. Okay, so killing him, so then we'll force him on. We'll force him into it. This guy's gonna be my new army leader, I think. I'll forbid you. I mean, I'd rather deal with that guy there than some of the other dudes here. Ow, my foot. Murder plot, I could try. 9%. I mean, I'm better off just trying to, like, keep him in the army and have him just die upon some spears. But let's go ahead and declare war on you. And let's just go for the holy war for the duchy. And try and knock it out. I don't even know what is this kind of holy war going to have to look like. Kingdom. Can't do that. That would be a pretty... That'd be a pretty smashing victory there. Declare war for the duchy. Let me see something. Why are you here? Who's doing this? Who's pulling these fucking strings, man? Alright, let's just knock this out. Okay, declare war. Duchy. Done. No. Oh, no. What did I promise last time? I can't remember what it led up to, but I remember slapping the back of my Chancellor Duke. This is how this happened last time. Telling him that I would do anything he asked for, so he gets a fucking weak hook on me. He's terrified of me. Or he's intimidated. I don't think I should give him a hook. Although, what's he gonna do? I mean, if he appoints himself permanently on my council, I'm actually okay with it. In fact, he's made himself a better chancellor since he's been up there. Yeah, I think I'll just take the stress. Like, I'll take the opinion hit. He's not on here, but... I don't... Like, last time we had to deal with that, it was kind of a shit show. I'm trying to get my hooks, Des. Dessery? Find a hook on me? Yeah, he'll modify that feudal contract and place himself permanently on that goddamn thing. Okay. Well, I don't care about all those. You can ask the head of faith for gold. Okay, he joined. Lawfully imprisoned Layla. Layla? Alright, just, you're good. Just go. Are you going? You're going. Hook. God, I fucking love that movie. Holy Roman Empire, huh? Ah, yes. Farewell, my Chancellor. Why can't we do this? What have they gone to? Oh, they're Lollards. Hispania expanding over here would be pretty funny. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Alliance form with... Okay, 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 okay. Whew. Mysterious? Natural causes. Okay. Still have a alliance going, though, because we did this intelligently. And actually, I think... Yo! Did I do matrilineal on this? No, I think I just did the normal marriage on this. I can't check to see... Oh, it is matrilineal. That's good to know. So we'll hang out here. Might as well ask his faith for gold. I have so much. $75 to call in little bro down here. Sick. I didn't mean to raise so many. Tomanak, I meant to raise like way less. Getting sucked in. There was a commotion among the children today. Lothar was attempting to preach among his fellow youngsters and became the target of a small fight. By the way, what's going on here? Why are you not pregnant? Benita intervened and did what she could to protect him. She's brave. I think brave's good for her. Dallas isn't terrible. Oh, she's a brave girl. What's KCD? Oh. Yeah, I think once we finish this, we can seduce my wife. I just don't want to get out of control. I never want to get out of control, you know. Years on this, 12 years on that. Kingdom Come Deliverance, I did not. I actually don't even own it. I thought about getting it though. Absolutely, Max. Thanks for joining in and having a good time with me. Okay, we should be almost done with that. Oh, we're out of it. Cool. Time to destroy. So let's see what happens in this fight. See if you lose anyone. Yeah, Blessy, I was waiting for the, what's it called to drop. And we hoped. We hoped for what's his name to die, but it didn't work. And now we do this. And just an immediate crushing of that army, too. Sudia. This guy's not a terrible... No, sadistic, brave, and fickle. Get the money. This guy is greedy, lazy, and sadistic. This is going to where? Going to this guy. Integrate titles, I don't ever really find much of a use for it, to be totally honest. I guess we get the money from this. I don't really see the point. I was thinking maybe I could bring this guy into my court. But he's a Shari. And this is... What is this? This is Muwalism. Yeah, get the money for that. Dedication to your faith. Voted servant, not the paragon though. Why? Why can't you do anything? What's going on over here, dude? Uh-oh. Molina's about to supplant you, huh? Welp. Well, I can't do anything for you, son. This is gonna make for a pretty strong vassal, unfortunately, my dude. Might as well have him give me money here because I'm about to just take over everything. In fact, what is this kid like? Eh. Hoping to get him. Oh, come on. I didn't think that would happen. Lollards in Tuscany. Already is spreading. So we'll go over here. Easier castle to take. Actually, split in half. No, god damn it. Split in half. Reorganize. And do that. And just keep one of them. One of them here in case they come back, and it halves the amount of money that they're going to use to go across. Hey, Daniel Bandy, our first donation of the day. What did he say? Log in and find out what the process is. Wow. Activity feed. First donation of the stream. Thanks for all the videos. Finally made a live stream and have learned lots from watching. Well, thank you very much, Daniel. I appreciate that, my guy. Thank you very much. You are indeed the first donation of the stream. I'm glad you're enjoying it live, rather than watching me after the fact. Yeah, I do too. I wish you could just drag and drop. Oop, I didn't know that was paused. Duke Edward converted from French to Andalusian. Well, that's great. It's not what I want, but it's great. The count of the county that provided 9 levies. Way to go, dude. So it looks like this. So the besiegers, Duchy of Toledo. Well, they better hope that they can help with that, because that army's going to come back at them pretty hot and heavy now. Duke Diego swayed. He's off of this, which is good. Let me try and do some action with my wife, though. She's a drunkard. Milady! What would be an area you would like the devs to focus on for future DLC? And Charky Boy, thank you very much, man. 5, I don't know, what is A? Australian? 5 Australian? 5 AU? Thank you very much, man. What is a region I would like for them to work on? I would like to be able to create the Kingdom of Kievan Rus, like the Empire. if you create the Empire of Russia, you get an achievement that says the Kingdom of Rus, or the people of Rus, with the historical symbol for the Kingdom of Rus. But I think that's one thing I'd like to see. Probably, I don't really know about future DLCs. I like so much of what's in the game. Dude, I was actually watching the really cool video on the Gazanids by Kings and Generals last night. It was really cool how it's like this slave nation that like rose up to become prominent. I think more stuff on the Far East would be interesting too. A courtier that explores would be pretty cool, Tom. Has a chance to go to other things and pull in other courtiers and such. It was good, right? It just came out last night. Okay. Now we can enforce his demands. The vile Emperor Fernando. Well, just calm down, guy. Ban these armies. You can go home now. So Palma. Do I actually have... Okay, I was making sure I didn't create that title. So let's give Palma to... I would like to give it to... Castilian. Let me see if I have any Castilians I can give this to. Culture Castilians. Not a whole ton, but Bermudo is a pretty good dude here. Shy, content. It's like the perfect fact. So I think actually making him... Well, it's also, Charky Boy, what they were saying in that video is like how different the perception of a slave is in that culture versus our Western perception of slave, which is like property, right? And I guess you could kind of make the argument that's the same thing in those Eastern cultures as far as what they were talking about in that video. But they were also referencing how these guys are commanders, they're educated, they go to schools and universities to learn the specialization that they are focused on as far as part of like them being a slave. So it is obviously terrible that they are slaves, but it's interesting to see also that to be a slave is also means that you become educated under your lord, who ensures that you are the best at what you do. And how a slave can earn title and land and governor rights, which is very interesting, I thought. Okay, so we're going to grant him Mallorca. And I'll be honest, granting him multiple titles, Ibiza, wouldn't be terrible. Because he's gonna convert. Also true, slave and serf. That's a huge distinction. Shy, diligent, and callous. Callous, arrogant, and brave. Arrogant, callous, and ambitious. We do not want an ambitious guy. Gomez Gonzalez de Lara. Max kind of like that. It's more that you were given a title or you were given a responsibility, and the ones that performed particularly well earned titles. They were saying Ghulam and Mamluk were slave soldiers. Also, that's a different thing too. Romans had slaves and they had servants. Servants were paid. we make this guy? I mean... Let's see. I'm trying to kind of... I want to get more Castilian cultures going here. Bandits running rampant. I mean, I could make this dude a duke. But I think maybe just creating these vassals might be the way to go. And the reason I'm looking at Castilians is because I want to try to spread a good guess to make vassals. Absent courtiers. This guy. Yeah, this guy's real good, but he's Catholic is the problem. I have a lot of, like, what is this guy's insular? I don't have any visiting courtiers that are not Catholic. Tomanak, I don't. In fact, that might be our last episode. This guy should be okay, right? Callous, being called forth, being cold-hearted and cold-blooded. Tyranny game master, Dread Decay master, action opinion, enemy opinion -5. Callous is not the best. What, I mean, he's old though, so that kind of is enticing to me. Could also just look for non. Well, I got the capital is Castilian, so that's all I need to worry about. The rest here, let's look for someone who's got the sitch. Is this little shit ambitious? Is that why this is happening? Humble, ambitious. Yep, that's why. I was like, why is this guy going after him? Yeah, and Kevin, we got... The capital is going to be... He's Castilian. And Muwali. Tom, because we're trying to convert them. So if we get the ones with a high opinion of me, I think this guy's not bad. Patient, craven, and calm. So I think we'll do him. Or Minorca. And lastly, Abisa here. Humble, gregarious, and craven. I think that's our guy. Good opinion of me too. Let's do that. Letha. Perfect. So, I demand his conversion. He might accept, but we'll see what happens. Nice. That's a good amount of chance right there. True, Kevin. True. Ooh. So this guy created the duchy title for himself. Nice. Oh. He did not accept it. That's shit. I thought he would have definitely accepted it. Well... Doesn't that give me a chance to imprison him? I gotta be wary of going to so many of these things, don't I? Are you on the list? Bitch. Isn't this how you become obese? Oh, he created the ducal title too. Alright, we'll go to this one. We're shutting off all the rest of them. So we got a lot of ducal titles that were created. So Valencia's over here. Valencia's dealing with some internal issues. He's losing this war. They're losing that war. Aragon. Bro. So he created this ducal title. I don't know if Count Ordano's Deviant Secret. So let's see here. Kind of prison criminals. Duke Man of the Man Duchy. Bro. The Man Duchy. I've never even heard of the Man Duchy. Did he create this? Oh, I guess it is what it's called. Well, I'm fine with giving him his... So what does he want? You want... You'll never join a thing, that's nice. You want Badajoz and Plasencia? Why are you getting all beat up, dude? What is beating you up? Where is this coming from? Is he a clan vassal? Let's see. Feudal. Fascinates me as well. Vela. Mayor Vela. Who are you? I don't want a fucking rivalry here. I'm humble. It says it in my character. County of Alarcos. Nice with peasant rabble. Why? These are my faithful servants. Ooh. Alright, farewell my vassal, famous reveler. Because they don't share culture, that's right, okay. Work off some stress. Because I'm athletic. Okay, we're almost done converting Santiago to Castilian, which is nice. 3 months away from that, which is good. We're disrupting schemes. Okay, everything's looking pretty good. Now, we got to deal with this. I can't join your war. Just as much as I cannot demand surrender. The war is determined by both your diplomacy skills and the war. He's losing it. Prisons Count Antonio. That's gonna go well for you, bro. Duke Bilbaldo gains 30 opinion of me. But these guys just got judo chopped. You better be careful, Duke Diego. I groomed you to be a great vassal. These guys are still fighting it out. They had a truce, man. Perfect. So Santiago is now Castilian, which is nice. So, here's what we should decide. Do we give Santiago... I know I made it Castilian, I get it, but I'm going to give it to a Castilian vassal, I think. Do we make Santiago... Do we create a new Duke of Galicia and give away Santiago? And then create the Duchy of this location so we own it and we can start improving this location. That way we will own both Cordoba and Castile. Because there's still a chance, though, that I could inherit this from this guy. I'm his primary heir. His health is ailing. So maybe I just wait and see if I inherit all these lands. And if that's the case, I'm going to need to make another Castilian duke, basically. But I'd probably want to break these up to other vassals. Yeah, and I probably want another person to create this, right? Or should I construct it and then give this away? Because I can press the construct button here. It'll start to create. Your realm, piety, monthly renown. Basically, I think that what I'm going to do is wait to see if this comes over to me. And if it does, then I'm going to... Oh, realm bonus applies only to person holding it. All right, Chalky Boy, thanks for jumping in, man. And thank you very much for the donation, my dude. Really appreciate that. I'd keep Santiago. I already have the duchy title, and I have Santiago. But they're not going to like me if I have portion of their title or portion of their lands. This guy's my friend. I mean, yeah, I could take back of this whole duchy from these guys. Well, it will be. We'll probably end this one in the next one. Well, think about this though, guys. You got to look at the development stuff, right? Santiago is only 10. Look at Cordoba; it's 26. And if I inherit Sevilla, then this is at 22. Whoo! I did not study it in college. Kind of know what I'm talking about. Let's just kind of see how this plays out for a little bit. We're going to go ahead and end our stream here in the next like 10 minutes or so. Probably actually even less. I just realized we're at 3-hour mark. Yeah, I know you can boost it with the steward, man. I get that. But, I mean, this is 5 months to boost this, which is great and all, but it's still going to take me a considerable amount of time overall. 4 years, 4 years, 4 years. How have you dealt with succession crisis? Matt Delight, it's really... I made a video on it. It's too hard to summarize right now, my dude. But my succession is pretty much welcome. Whoa! Well, I could designate an heir, but I'm waiting for a son to be born. Do I want to romance her or seduce her? No problem, Matt. I usually I would tell you everything, dude, but since we're coming to the end of the stream and it's a little bit denser of a subject, I will increase Santiago. Is my wife Lollard? Oh, she is! No! That was close. So we'll romance her first. The time has come to let my feelings towards Empress Ida be known. I want her to remember this day for the rest of her life. So she's shy, she's forgiving, she's a thinker, she's calm, and she's fickle. Sing a love ballad. Secretly plant a letter in her chambers. Write a love poem. Ah, I see, Evolution. So you're saying I should have gone seduce first, but Ah, I see. Well, it's okay. Declare your undying. Go with my gut in the moment. She's fickle. But she's also calm. She's shy, and she's a forgiving thinker. I think kind of secretly planting might be cool. Or write a love poem. She's fickle, and that's what kind of like, Evolution, I'm just trying to get some kids pumped out of her. Okay, so maybe... Yeah, that's that. I hate when they've got conflicting things. And sing her WAP. Sing that wet-ass pussy. Fickle and calm kind of conflict each other. So... Slow-paced life. Hard to read. Changes her mind more often than not. And shy. What are we doing, guys? Are we secretly planning a letter? Are we writing out a love poem? I don't think singing a love ballad's going to do. She's shy. I think that would freak her out. I think... I don't know what go with my gut in the moment means. You got rosy cheeks? That's fucking hilarious. Matt Delight dropping a $5 donation right towards the end of the stream here, saying thanks again for the stream. Absolutely, dude. And I apologize for not having the full answers for you, but it is a pretty dense subject. But hopefully my succession video can help you out, my dude. I do have high learning at 22. If your learning is high, write a poem. I could write a poem. Or secretly plant a letter in her chambers because she's shy. Let's roll. You know, I'm gonna write the poem. You know, I'm a mastermind philosopher. This is part of who I am. Write a love poem. Candle is burning low, and I finally finish my poem. Before I send it, I give one last read. Your rosy lips are better than a ham in winter. I really want to have you close, that I may know how you smell. Let us kiss already. The waiting is unbearable. The thought of rejection makes me sick to my stomach. When her reply arrives, I tear the seal with shaking hands. While I cannot encourage you, my liege, I am most grateful for your kind words. Yours faithfully. Won't resist my charms for long. Pepe Le Pew. All right, guys, let's go ahead and roll some credits here. I think this is a good opportunity to end things on. We'll come back to, that's a terrible poem. What do you know about poems, bad potato? We'll be back here tomorrow, actually. I'm going to stream tomorrow, and we'll finish off this stream, this episode. Hey, you know what? Hams are delectable. Hams are delectable. We'll finish off this stream and we'll choose our new player. So let's go ahead and exit, go to main menu. And here's who I am considering. If you guys want to throw any names out right now, now's the best time to do so. But I'll probably do a poll on the channel to decide what our next campaign will be. Personally, I think doing something like this guy would be a lot of fun. This flag has changed 3 times now. It was like a black flag with a cross offset earlier. I think this guy would be really cool. He is his own, like he is like the dynasty head, and like this is the only people in the dynasty. Like take a look. We'll do Iron Man as well for sure. But like it's just him. So we could do that and create the Kingdom of Russia, which is cool. Alexios Komnenos, the usurper, as he is affectionately known as. Restore the Danelaw, found a new kingdom. Lithuania is a good option. I heard you saying that too, Asus, with Lithuania. 1066 Lithuania, probably. Actually, one of my favorite kingdom heraldries is Lithuania. It's like, look at this one, dude. It's so sick. Abbasids over here. Saffarids. Alfred of Wessex. Yeah, Alfred of Wessex is a good one, but I feel like he's kind of done a lot. Go back to main menu. But yeah, let me give out some quick thanks here, guys. We got the $5 donation from Matt Delight, the $3.59 from Charky Boy, and the $10 donation from Daniel Bandy. So I do want to make sure I give those thank yous out real quick. Let's jump to the 1066. And I'll take a look real quick before we close things out. So it's all Seljuks here, huh? I was looking to see if oh, there's the Ghaznavid Sultanate. Ghaznavid, sorry. Cody Rice in a last minute $2 donation as well. Thank you, dude. Yeah, you have all the... So this is a pretty interesting point in history, too, because you have... Oh, man. This is... in 1066, this is the end of the Empire of the Kievan Rus. Like, it starts to fracture at this point, and you have the sons who control it all. Where is he? This is the last ruler of Kievan Rus, if I remember correctly. He takes over the lands of his brothers, because his brothers all have lands that were given to them after, basically through their confederation law. And he becomes the last ruler of Kievan Rus, if I remember. Old Roman Empire is kind of a oof. Yeah, they're all brothers. They're all brothers. If I remember correctly, he takes this from his brother, and then he takes this and Gleb from his brother. Lotosk, and yeah. Also, I thought about that, doing like a Wallachia campaign down over here with Transylvania, and form the Kingdom of Wallachia. But you could play as Count Victor, who actually has Targovishte next to Targovishte. Oh, geez, there it is. Here, let's press this. You get Targovishte right here. There's Targovishte, and here's Targovishte. I had also thought about doing the Khazars. Yeah, the Khazars were one I was considering. Great Liao is actually kind of a huge pain in the ass because you immediately have to deal with loyalty issues of all of these guys wanting independence. But we have a lot of options, guys. We'll talk about it more in our next campaign, and then I'll set up what our next when our next stream is going to be after that one. But join me tomorrow for the conclusion to our Iberian campaign, playing through the Reconquista of Hispania, and we'll also conclude our history time of that little time bubble, little portion of history there. Yeah, Abyssinia is really fun, Bad Potato. Let me see, where's mine? Yeah, like I love Abyssinia. It's one of my favorite campaigns so far. A lot of fun. I mean, this guy's still going strong too. This is the first ruler. Alright guys, we will be back here tomorrow with some more streaming. Thanks for the stream was cozy. Have a good one. You too, man. But everyone, please have a good one. Take care. Wash your hands. Stay safe. All that kind of fun action. And we will see you guys tomorrow with more Crusader Kings 3. But have a good one and take care.